Hello everyone, good morning. This is Teacher Helen and welcome to our new lesson in science. It is all about light energy. Light is a form of energy that allows you to see the things around you. On the earth, the main source of light is the sun. Light energy comes from the sun is called radiant energy. Prism is a glass or other clear object that separates light into a band of colors. When the sun is out and raindrops fall on the ground, what do you sometimes see in the sky? Do you see a rainbow? A rainbow forms when raindrops act as a prism. Light can be divided into 7 visible colors. You must remember this by using acronym Roy G. Biv. ROYGBIV. Roy G. Biv stands for red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. Light allows you to see everything on earth. You can see things because objects reflect light into your eyes. If there was no light, you would stumble in the darkness. Light is important to plants. If there was no light, plants would not grow. If there were no plants, there will be no food for both humans and animals. Without light, there will be no life on earth. Light is needed by all living things to grow and survive. Now, we will go to the characteristics of light. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 characteristics of light. First, we have light travels on a straight line. Have you tried staying under the sun with your back turned away from it? What do you see on the ground in front of you? When your body blocks the path of light, you see a shadow. The light does not go through you, so a dark outline of your body is formed. Light travels on a straight line. Look at the picture of shadows at different times of the day. We have morning, noon, and afternoon. The position of the light source in relation is that of an object determines the direction and size of the shadow of that object. Why did the boy's shadow change in size and direction? From the figure above, since sun's rays travel in a straight line, blocking its path will form a shadow on the ground, opposite the direction that it comes from. Second, light passes through materials in different ways. We have transparent glass. How much light passes through an object is determined by the kind of material that the object is made of. And we have first transparent or clear materials. Common example of objects that are made of transparent materials are glass windows, clear drinking glasses, water, and clear plastic. Second, we have translucent. Some materials allow some amount of light to pass through. These materials are called translucent. For example, frosted glass lets some light through. Again, frosted glass lets some light through but blocks some light out. So, medium of light will pass through, not all the light. Other example of objects that are made of translucent materials are thin handkerchiefs and curtains. Lastly, we have the material opaque. What is opaque? Materials do not allow light to pass through. Again, do not allow light to pass through. Opaque objects block the path of light and in turn form a shadow. Example of objects that are made of opaque materials are notebooks, plates, and walls. Again, we have three materials where the light passes through: transparent, translucent, and opaque. Third characteristic of light is it can be produced. The sun is a luminous light source, which means that it produces its own light. Sources of luminous light, examples are a burning candle, a stove, and a light bulb. Firefly produces its own light, hence it is a living luminous light source. Fourth, we have light is reflected. Is it possible to see an object behind you? How? That's right. You can use a mirror. A mirror reflects light. The reflected light in a mirror helps you see yourself and the objects behind you. A reflection of a mirror is an example of non-luminous light source, which means does not give light on its own, but instead reflects light from a luminous source. The moon is an example of a non-luminous light source. Fifth is light is refracted. Refraction is the bending of light as it passes from one substance to another. Example for this is rising coin and bending pen. When you are going to experiment a coin in the water. is light has varying levels of brightness. Imagine your bedroom with no other light aside from the lamp that is turned on. How much of the room would you be able to see? Depending on how bright your lamp is, you might only be able to see the book that you are reading before going to sleep, and maybe even a small part of your bed. Candela is the unit that describes the brightness of a light. The higher the candela, the brighter the light. A light source such as lamp has low candela and can only light a small space. Lastly, the last characteristic of light is light can be hot or cool. Do you ever wonder why the flame on a stove or a candle has different colors, such as red, orange, and blue? The color of light depends on the heat energy that it has. Okay, we will recall the Roy G. Bibb. Based on the order of the colors, the heat energy that light emits increases from red to violet, which means blue is the hottest, whereas red is the coolest. The same rules applies to stars. Red stars are cooler than blue stars. Remember, white, color white, which is not Roy G. Bibb spectrum, is the hottest color of light. We are done with the characteristics of light. Again, what are they? Light travels in a straight line. Light passes through materials in different ways. Light can be produced. Light is reflected. Light is refracted. Light has varying levels of brightness, and light can be hot or cool. Now, I will lead you in protecting yourself from excessive light. Light, whether natural or artificial, is important to every organism. Everyone benefits from it on their day-to-day activities. However, too much exposure to light may be harmful. Therefore, it is best to know how to protect yourself against excessive light. We have the sun is a natural source of light. What you are going to do is wear sunglasses when the sun is bright. Second, artificial lights comes from gadgets that you use every day, as well as from the light bulbs that you use at home. So artificial lights include cell phones, laptops, TVs, and your light bulbs at home. Ways that you can do to get enough rest at night and protect your body from the harmful effects of artificial lights. We have, during the day, make sure to get enough natural light. It means being exposed to only artificial light for the whole day would keep your body from getting the vitamins that it needs from the sun. Second, keep the lights in the house dim at night. This would help your eyes adjust to the dark so that you can sleep easily. And lastly, limit your use of gadgets. The screens of gadgets emit blue light, which is a form of light that the human eyes cannot filter. While the amount of blue light is emitted by gadgets is low compared to that given off by the sun, it can harm your eyes more because your eyes and the screen are only a few inches away from each other whenever you use gadgets. Exposing your eyes to blue light for too long can strain your eyes, give you headaches, make you tired, and even make you blind. It is best to stop using gadgets 1 hour before bedtime to get your eyes ready for sleep. I guess that's all about the lesson about light energy. I hope that you enjoy. Thank you for listening.